Hello everyone, Johannes here again. Today I'm going to give you a short presentation about the custom report we're checking I developed on Tekla structures. Basically what this report does is it checks all the secondary part prefix, start number, secondary assembly prefix and start number, and for all the primary it also checks the part prefix, start number, and also the assembly start number. To begin with, I'm going to launch my application. So I'm going to select a few members in my model. But before I do that, I'm gonna step back and set my criteria for checking. So I'm gonna come up here, setting, checking criteria. So for material grade, I have a few different profile types here, and I've preset the profile types based on the general notes on a job-to-job basis, and these are my values. For example, this jobs, and as well as for the secondary parts, I preset my part prefix to look for P and part start number 100, primary as well, part prefix W, start number, and assembly start number. Once you're happy with your settings, you can apply and OK to save these values. Now I'm going to come back to a report and run my checking report again. So again, I'm going to come back here and select a bunch of members in the model. I'm going to enable the check criteria. What it does is it checks the value in the model versus the value that we preset on a checking criteria. So I'm going to create my report. As you can see here, you can obviously see that there's a bunch of red error here. What it means is this value does not pass the criteria based upon the between models and the criteria that we set ahead of time. So let's break this error down and see what this error is all about. So I'm gonna sort my secondary and primary here. As you can see here, I have a bunch of primary which gives me an error for part prefix. So if I'm gonna come back to my setting and go to my primary prefix, it gives me, for primary, it gives me a value of W for part prefix. Since my model does not have any value, so it gives me a red error. And if I come back here to my beam, it gives me an error for a material grade. So my beam, this is an I profile. So if I come back to my material criteria checking here, it gives me a 350W value, but my model was set to 300W. So very obvious that a user can make mistake in inputting material grade value. And if I come back, same here for my columns. I have my material set to 350, but W. This is a rectangular HSS column. So if I come back to my material checking criteria, a rectangular HSS set to 350W class C. So obviously this column here is set to the wrong grade. And if I come back, if I scroll down here, there's another error here for part prefix for my secondary. So for my secondary, my part prefix was set to P. So, and my model is set to X. So very obviously that this part prefix is wrong. And as well, for the secondary assembly start number is set to 100, but for my secondary start number for the assembly start number is set to 1. So again, it's very clear that some of the modeling error here is very obvious, and this is very handy for some modeler, connector, and checkers to use this tool. It gives them a quick view of what's going on in the model. A user can select a portion of the model or a bunch of or they can run the whole parts from the model. And as you can see, there's also some features in this report that you can filter the report based on based on what you want to see in the report. Let's say I want to filter my main part only. So now it only gives me a main part. Now I can easily find and easily sort using these columns here. As you can see, also you can select filter for profile. So let's say 310, so it gives you a profile 310. So it also, you can also filter for material grade 350W. So it gives you a very detailed filter of the material. So I'm going to come back here and show all. And there's another feature here. It says part selection. Once this part selection is enabled, you can easily filter or find these pieces easily in the model. So now it's interactive in the model. So I'm going to come back here and say select my column or beams, or find my columns, grab this bunch of columns, and now it highlights in the model. This is very handy for easily finding what was wrong in the model. Let's say for this column here, I can mass change this material grade, which is wrong, to suit the criteria. And also you can export this report to an Excel format. So if I come up here and export, so these are the report in Excel format. So it's very powerful tool, and a simple tool but very powerful. So I hope you like this video, and if you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.